Hello once again, YouTube. Chris and I bringing you some Starmade today. Look at what we have today. It's a big fucking station. That's what it is. So you may see my pirate station that I talked about in the last video over there. We'll be going over a few changes that I made to that and some ideas that I'll be sharing with you about how I plan on making and finishing that station. But today we're looking at this station. This is my Trade Guild station. I don't know. After starting construction on this, I don't know if I'll have time for anything else, to be honest. This is a pretty big station, as you could tell. Real quick, I'll show you the stats. It's 510 meters long, 186 meters tall, and it will get a little bit taller, and 153 meters wide, and it shouldn't get any longer or wider than that, but it will get a bit taller than what I just mentioned there. So that's cutting it pretty close to the 600 meter limit in terms of length. 600 meters long is the length limit, or the limit in terms of any size. I worded that so horribly. 600 cubic meters is the limit for the size of the build, and I'm cutting it close, coming up with 510 meters. So it's pretty damn big. I think it's bigger than Skylord Luke's. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, because now I have to detail all this. But Skylord Luke made a pretty freaking huge station. It looked kind of small when he posted it on the forums, but I saw during the live stream that they toured it, and it's just massive inside. So basically, what this is a Trade Guild station. It's obvious because of the insignia, well, not insignia, but the color scheme, very gray and blue. And after seeing some of the submissions, I think everyone's starting to take, I don't know, each other's ideas, each other's color schemes, and using it for their own. And it's suddenly all of the trade stations so far are becoming very similar. I didn't think they were in the beginning so much, after 2 or 3 days, but now you see Delmont Station. I think it was Delmont. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Either Delmont or Saber posted their station and reviewed it in the Mushroom Fleet live stream. And it was like a nice biodome, and it kind of had it was reminiscent of the current abandoned station with the dome on top. I don't know if it was Delmont or Saber. I think it was Saber. Anyway, after he posted and Skylord Luke posted and a few others posted that I don't really know that well, suddenly everyone started having a very similar color scheme, and it was very interesting. But maybe that's just me seeing things, I don't know. Anyway, so the whole idea behind this is that it's one of the large, cargo warehouses / ship maintenance base. As you know, the Trading Guild is all about trading, and they gotta have a place to store their stuff. And on top of that, they gotta have a place to have all their cargo haulers, pick it all up from and get maintenance as well. So this place serves two functions. I'm running out of breath. I did a lot of work today, so I'm sorry if I sound a little tired. So basically we have a massive entrance here. I got some really cool lighting effects. These are all just regular blue lights. I don't know if I want to make them crystal or not. And in some cases the blue lights will be replaced with windows so that people can see outside. I think that's the plan. Sounds good to me. I'll be covering lighting in a moment because there's an issue I have with it, but I'll talk about that in a few minutes. So we come into this big hangar, right? And this is basically like an external hangar. This hangar is going to be open to space. Right where you see this big blue bar is where a door will be. There's going to be a big door that you can open up. And basically, there's going to be a little control station on the side, observation platforms and, air traffic control type of thing going on, where they direct the traffic in. This will be a dockable area. You'll have a ship being able to dock here, but inside will be even more dockable areas. There will be a larger hangar for ship maintenance, and it'll look very, industrial, very mechanic shop-esque, I guess. I don't know how to word that. It's going to look like it's ready to fix ships. There's going to be cranes or other sort of things, something to hold the ship, or a docking platform or something, or a docking ring, should I say. and all that's going to be in kind of this section of the ship. You know, the very next stage, right after the door, is going to be that section. I probably will have to extend this hangar space back a bit. And after that, we come into the loading... Well, actually, I don't know. Now that I think about it, this doesn't make exactly a lot of sense. So I have an external docking area, I will have an internal docking area, and I will have a cargo hold. But where should the cargo hold go? I'm thinking, actually, now that I've thought of this, now that I just brought it up, I'm thinking I'll have a cargo loading area in this section. Cargo can also be loaded from that section, but it would have to be brought out, right? But a cargo loading area inside this section here, and all the way in the back would be the ship maintenance bay, because we don't want, you know, ships that are being maintained, ships that are being worked on, to get in the way of cargo ships that can come and go whenever they please. So I think that's the plan. I think I'll move the ship maintenance bay all the way to the back. And all this lower section is going to be cargo hold. There's going to be like, it's going to be very open in here. There's going to be, you know, like lots of like little holes, some sort of compartments built into the side of the ship or the station, and there's going to be, you know, cargo holds inside those containers, so inside those compartments. Oh, I can't speak. It is like 4 in the morning where I live. I just got done watching the live stream, so I've had an eventful day, and I did a shit ton of work on this too. So I think that's the plan for that. On the very edges is going to be, you know, living quarters. There's going to be some hallway space, and actually this might just be hallways on the edge, because I think I'll move all the actual living space and utility stuff up into this section, and in the back is going to be the reactor. So there's all that. There's going to be a nice control deck bridge thing coming up into this section here, you know, where all the station operations are looked over. And I don't know how I'm going to do the turret platforms yet. I also heard that turrets don't save with stations, which would be nice to know. If anyone of you know this to be fact, please let me know in the comment section below, because that would be very helpful in determining how much time I wish to waste building turrets for this thing. So, now that we're done talking about this, oh, one thing before I move on to the pirate station. Ugh, this irks me. One thing I don't like about the lighting is that it just stops. Like, it goes from light to, like, the tiniest amount of gradient to black. It's ugh. It's so ugh. I don't like it. It looks good when it's in a confined space like this. That looks fine. But when it's like this, it looks bad, because look at that. There's just, like, splotches of light. And it might not even be perceived as light because it doesn't fade. It's, you know, got no gradient, really. And I'm not sure I really like how that's rendered. Not only that, but it's very fractal. I don't mind the fractalness of it so much, but I wish it was a lot smoother. And I wish it extended out just a little bit further. Just a little bit. Because right now, one of the biggest problems with building large areas in Starmade is the fact that you're going to need a shit ton of lights everywhere. All over the floor, all over the ceiling, all over the walls, especially in things like hangar bays. My hangar bay is going to have to be covered in lights, simply because you can't light up enough space with a few lights on their own. It's like this light is giving off light that goes out 2 blocks, and that's just not enough. It's like, you know, it's part of the future. It's a space station. It's got future technology. The lights are supposed to be good, and they only illuminate out like 2 or 3 blocks tops. So I kind of wish that was, you know, adjusted, and I kind of wish there was more of a gradient, because it would appear more like a light instead of just like blotchy illuminated areas. I don't know. That's just a rant of mine. So we're gonna get out of this. Also, I don't know why, but for some reason a setting was turned off, and now I actually have noise. You may have never heard noise before coming from my Starmade videos, and that's because there's a specific setting turned off in the server config, and I don't know why it was turned off, but I've turned it back on, and now it's all good. So, here is the pirate station. There's a little bit of a lag. As you can see, I have... oh god, I'm gonna crash. I have done a little bit of detail work, some like sticky outy bits. I feel like I should add a bit more. There will definitely be a bit more on this panel here, and this type of detail work is what will cover the entirety of this space station. There's going to be a lot of patchy looking pieces of metal, you know, attached to it. There's going to be a lot of scaffolding, as if, you know, armor hasn't even been armor hasn't covered it up yet. Stuff like that. There's going to be like lots of vents and missing areas where their pipes are sticking through. So all of that is planned for this particular station, but I had an even better idea when I was designing this. So what I'm planning on doing is there's going to be like this patchy framework built into the hull, so that there will be exposed sections of the station with like iron bars sticking out. I say iron, but really I just mean colored hull pieces sticking out, right? They'll probably be hardened hull because they're part of the structure of the station. I don't know if they'll wrap around the entire thing or if they'll just stick to where it is exposed. I'm thinking I don't want to, you know, put too much hardened hull into this. So it's going to be, you know, all limited in terms of what I put down. So what I had an idea for, though, was that I was going to have an entrance hangar, or an entrance doorway kind of thing, leading into the station on this side, right? And you would fly a ship in, it's relatively the size of an Insanth, if, you know, those are going to continue to remain the default pirate ships. And if that's true, you should be able to pilot an Insanth in here. And what's going to happen is, I'm running out of breath because of all the fucking shit I've done today. I'm like my chest is decompressed. I don't understand. Like I can't like breathe as much as I normally could, and it's just because I'm so fucking tired. I just don't want to do anything. So sorry. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So what I had in mind was there's going to be a very open, like it's going to be very dangerous. There's going to be a very open space in here, and what I'm planning on doing is bringing down one of these smaller octagon shapes, so that there's a secondary hull inside, right? There's going to be an outer layer, and then there's going to be an inner layer. So let's say it's this octagon here, right? Let's just say that we extend that up through the center of this, so that there's a inner octagon and an outer one, and we can fly around inside between these two octagons, right? And basically what that's gonna be is the hangar section of this station. There's gonna be, oh, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7, but I'm thinking 5 dockable areas where you can dock an Isanth sized ship inside this section, and it's probably going to be exposed to the dangers of space. There will be no oxygen in here. It won't be sealed off except for maybe this blast door, which will be the hangar door, right? And you'll be able to have, like, you know, catwalks connecting all the different docked areas. All the docked areas won't look the same because it's a pirate station. They put scrap pieces together and ramshackle looking structures type of stuff, right? So there's going to be that type of thing, right, going on with this section. I don't know if I'm going to do the thing where I had the habitable areas off to the side. I think I might not. It seems like a bit much. And instead I'll just move those sections up there and possibly down below, and then there's going to be like large antenna looking things sticking out of the top, and it's going to make it look very menacing, and the whole thing is just going to look like a piece of junk, really, taken over by pirates, and it's going to be awesome. So I look forward to, you know, that idea. I wasn't really inspired when I started this build. It was kind of boring, but after thinking about it for a while, and, you know, thinking about how I could make it interesting, I came up with this idea of, you know, having an inner hangar section that was still exposed to space but felt confined to inside of the station, which would be a really cool concept, and I hope I can pull it off. So the next video will be me working on this station instead. I'll give that one a break. It'll, you know, allow me to keep away from the whole burnout, and I hope you enjoyed. So I'm gonna fly back over here and give you guys one last look at this. One thing I did not realize is that when you copy a section of your build and paste it, it does not transfer to the other side of your symmetry mode. So I have to do a lot of work. Copying and pasting is very fucking difficult when you're dealing with 50 meter long pieces. That because I set my thing, if this fucking information, I set my things to go up to 50, which is ridiculous. But it's helped me make this station a lot faster. It's very great. No, fucking core is flying away. Fuck it. I'll make a new one. So, thanks for watching. If you have any feedback, let me know. Don't worry about the detailing of this station. Please don't tell me it's like flat and plain. I fucking know. I'm getting to that, but that's like the last thing on my mind. I really need to flesh out the actual structure of the thing first. But yeah. If you do have feedback, though, that isn't about detail work, let me know. Tell me what you think below. And subscribe for more. I'll be doing more updates, and I'll be posting them to the Reddit as well as the Starmade Dock thread for the contest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.